Week to Wicked is our video series where in 7 days we take a restored vehicle and turn it into a pro touring monster. In the first 5 episodes, we have built a 1967 Chevelle, a 1970 C10, 1952 Chevy pickup, 1972 Camaro, and a 1966 Mustang. Industry-leading companies get involved by sponsoring the program and sending us product to transform each vehicle. The Week to Wicked builds take place at our tech center in Santa Ana, California, and are led by our builder and host, Jason Scudellari. A number of people make up each build team, including technicians, engineers, editors, and sponsors. A big smoky burnout at the end of the week symbolizes the finish of the build, and then it's off on a road trip to put the vehicle and products to the test. So how do we make this build happen in a week? Well, first we have to find the right vehicle. A lot of times, we use the same method as everyone else: Craigslist. After we make our purchase, the goal is to bring the vehicle back up to a restored state before starting the build. This often includes a fresh coat of paint, glass, interior work, and a little bit of tuning. Day 1 starts off with taking our restored car or truck out for a test drive to get a feel for how it performs. Once we roll into the tech center, it's time for a complete teardown. By the end of the day, the goal is to install the new front and rear suspension, brakes, and steering. Day 2 is focused on dropping in the engine and transmission, as well as measuring for a drive shaft. We'll also install wheels and tires to get the build rolling, and by the end of the day, it's starting to look like an actual vehicle again. Day 3 and 4 consist of wiring, and more wiring. This is also a time where we work on EFI and install the exhaust system. On day 5, we're ready to fire up the engine for the first time. But before we get to that point, it's time to install gauges, a steering column, and seats. We also button up the loose ends and fill up all of the fluids. Then it's the moment of truth. Will the engine start? Once we have the engine running, it's time for a drive around the building, which ends at our burnout box. A trail of white smoke and cheers symbolizes the finish of our build. After we complete each build, we put the vehicles to the test by taking them on road trips, car shows, and the track. We took the 1967 Chevelle on a road trip to Arizona and put it on the drag strip. Our 1970 C10 was finished just in time for SEMA and was taken through the beautiful canyons of Death Valley before ending up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our 1972 Camaro also found its way to Las Vegas, but this time for the inaugural Holley LS Fest West, where we tested it out on the track, autocross, and drag strip. Our audience can follow along with each step of the build by engaging with our real-time updates. The editorial team harnesses our digital and social platforms by creating articles, photos, videos, and Facebook Lives of all the action. After the build is finished, we upload a full 30-minute episode and several product overview videos to our website and YouTube channel, where viewers can see the story unfold and find out more about each individual product. Articles and photos also make their way into future magazine articles. All of this coverage during and after each build add up to an enormous reach and engagement with our audience. The Camaro build alone has over 3.5 million video views, more than 200,000 social engagements, and a staggering 42.8 million impressions. Our Week to Wicked fleet continues to make its presence known on the road and at car shows, so keep your eye out for one of our builds.